You wake up early. You rush to work. You come back exhausted. And your home looks like a war zone. Dishes in the sink. Clothes on the chair. That one corner you've been meaning to clean for 2 weeks. And suddenly, your home, the place that's supposed to give you peace, starts draining you even more. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Keeping a clean home when you work full-time isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. Because there are people just as busy as you, maybe even busier, who somehow manage to keep their homes consistently clean without burnout. So what do they know that you don't? In this video, I'm going to break down realistic, practical systems that actually work even if you're tired, busy, and have zero motivation. If you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to keep your home clean while juggling a full-time job, you're not alone. This isn't about perfection. This isn't about having a Pinterest-perfect house. This is about creating a home that feels calm, manageable, and under control even on your busiest weeks. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple system you can follow daily, weekly, and monthly, without feeling like cleaning has taken over your life. 1. Shift your mindset. Clean enough is enough. Let's start with something a lot of people don't want to hear. Your messy home might not be because you're too busy. It might be because your standards are silently working against you. Think about it. Somewhere along the line, we were taught that a clean home looks like a magazine spread. Perfect lighting, perfect arrangement, everything in its place, all the time. But real life doesn't work like that. You wake up, rush to work, deal with stress, come back tired, and now you're expected to maintain perfection? That's not a system. That's pressure. And pressure leads to avoidance. Because when your brain thinks, if I can't do it perfectly, why even start? You end up doing nothing. That's where the mess begins. So here's the shift. Stop aiming for perfect. Start aiming for functional. A functional home is not spotless. It's not flawless. It's simply livable. It's a space where you can walk in and feel at ease. You're not overwhelmed by chaos. You can sit down and actually relax. That's what matters. Because here's the truth. Perfection is heavy. Functionality is light. When you release the pressure to be perfect, something powerful happens. Cleaning becomes easier, faster, and most importantly, sustainable. 2. The 10-minute rule that changes everything. Now let's talk about one habit that sounds almost too simple to work, but it works better than almost anything else. The 10-minute rule. Most people think cleaning requires time they don't have. An hour, 2 hours, a full weekend. So they postpone it. But here's the problem. When you delay cleaning, mess compounds. One plate becomes 5. One pile becomes a mountain. One messy corner becomes an entire room you start avoiding. And suddenly, cleaning feels overwhelming. So instead of waiting for the perfect time, you create a tiny, non-negotiable window, just 10 minutes. That's it. Set a timer. No distractions. No overthinking. In those 10 minutes, you move with intention. You might clear the sink, fold half a basket of clothes, wipe down surfaces, declutter one drawer, and something interesting happens. Once you start, momentum kicks in. Sometimes you'll stop at 10 minutes. Other times, you'll keep going. But either way you win. Because you showed up, and that's the real goal. Consistency over intensity. 3. Create a simple daily reset routine. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, and instead of seeing yesterday's chaos, you see a space that feels calm, reset, ready. That's the power of a daily reset. This isn't a deep clean. It's not exhausting. It's a short ritual you do every evening to restore order. Think of it like closing a chapter properly before starting a new one. Your reset might look like this. You step into the kitchen, clear the sink, rinse the dishes, wipe the counter. You move to the living room, fluff the pillows, arrange the space. You pick up anything out of place, return it where it belongs. Maybe you even prepare something small for the next day. All of this takes 10-20 minutes. But the impact? Massive. Because you're not just cleaning. You're protecting your peace for tomorrow. 4. Stop cleaning. Start maintaining. Most people approach cleaning like it's a rescue mission. They wait. Things pile up. Then they try to fix everything at once. That's exhausting. Instead, think of your home like something you maintain, not something you constantly fix. Maintenance is small, quick, almost effortless. It's washing the plate immediately after eating. It's hanging your clothes instead of tossing them aside. It's wiping spills before they dry and stick. These actions take seconds. But when you ignore them, they multiply into hours of work later. So, the goal becomes simple. Never let small messes grow into big ones. That's how you stay in control, without feeling overwhelmed. 5. The power of zoning your home. Here's where most people get stuck. They look at their entire home and feel defeated before they even begin. Because trying to clean everything at once is like trying to solve 10 problems at the same time. So, instead, you narrow your focus. You divide your home into zones. Each zone gets your attention on a specific day. Now your brain doesn't have to think, where do I start? It already knows. Today is kitchen day. Tomorrow is bathroom day. That clarity removes resistance. And instead of doing everything occasionally, you do something consistently. That's how your home stays clean without ever feeling overwhelming. 6. Declutter relentlessly. Let's slow down for a second and be completely honest. The reason cleaning feels overwhelming most of the time is not because your home is too dirty. It's because there's too much in it. Too many clothes, too many random items, too many just-in-case things you haven't touched in months or even years. And every single one of those items, they demand your attention. Even when you're not actively thinking about them, your brain is. That's the hidden weight of clutter, because clutter doesn't just sit quietly. It competes for space. It competes for attention. It turns simple cleaning into a complicated process. Think about this. When your space is full, cleaning means moving things around before you even start cleaning. You pick something up. You don't know where it belongs, so you place it somewhere else, creating another pile. That's how clutter multiplies. But when your space is lighter, cleaning becomes almost effortless. You wipe surfaces faster. You organize quicker. You don't feel mentally drained before you even begin. So the real goal isn't just to clean better. It's to own less. And no, this doesn't mean throwing everything away overnight. That's where most people fail. They try to do too much, too fast, and burn out. Instead, you go slowly, intentionally. One drawer. Open it. Look at each item. And ask yourself 2 honest questions. Do I actually use this? Do I even like this? Not, I might use it someday. Not, it was expensive. Not, what if I need it later? Just the truth. Because holding on to things out of guilt or fear keeps you stuck. And here's the shift. Every item you remove creates breathing room. Your home feels lighter. Your mind feels clearer. Your cleaning becomes easier. You're not just decluttering your space. You're decluttering your life. 7. Use the one-touch rule. Now let's talk about something that seems small, but quietly creates most of the mess in your home. Delay. Not big dramatic delays. Tiny ones. You walk in and drop your bag for now. You change clothes and leave them on the chair for later. You finish eating and leave the plate in the sink until you're ready. And in that moment, it feels harmless. But those tiny delays, they stack and stack and stack until your home starts reflecting all the decisions you postponed. That's where the one-touch rule comes in. It's simple, almost too simple. When you touch something, you finish the action immediately. No halfway. No, I'll come back to it. Fully done. You enter the house, hang the bag. You change clothes, fold or place them properly. You use a dish, wash it or arrange it neatly right away. At first, it might feel like extra effort, but it's actually the opposite, because what you're really doing is preventing future work. You're stopping mess before it starts. And over time, something interesting happens. Your home stays consistently tidy, without needing a big clean. Because nothing is piling up anymore. 8. Make cleaning effortless. Here's a truth that most people ignore. If something feels difficult, you'll avoid it. Not because you're lazy, but because your environment is working against you. Think about it. If your cleaning supplies are hidden, hard to reach, or inconvenient, every time something gets dirty, your brain says, "Not now." And just like that, the mess stays. So instead of trying to force yourself to be more disciplined, you make cleaning easier, almost automatic. You redesign your space. You place things where they make sense, not where they look perfect. Wipes where spills happen, brushes where dirt collects, bins where clutter usually forms. So when something gets messy, you don't need motivation. You don't need planning. You just act. Because it's easy. And ease creates consistency. Consistency keeps your home clean. 9. Don't rely on motivation. Let's clear something up. Motivation is unreliable. Some days, you'll feel productive. You'll clean, organize, and feel on top of everything. But most days, you'll come home tired, drained, mentally checked out. And in those moments, motivation disappears. So if your cleaning depends on feeling motivated, it won't last. That's why systems matter more than feelings. A good system doesn't ask for energy you don't have. It works with you, not against you. It's simple, predictable, low effort. Because after a long day, you're not going to clean for an hour. But 10 minutes? That's manageable. Putting one thing away? That's doable. And that's the secret. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just need to make it easy enough that you do it anyway. 10. Batch your weekly cleaning. Not every task can be handled in small daily moments. Some things need time, focus, energy. That's where batching comes in. Instead of scattering these tasks across your week, you group them together intentionally. Laundry gets its own day. Bathrooms get their own time. Floors get handled in one go. Why does this work so well? Because your brain doesn't like switching between tasks constantly. Every time you switch, you lose energy. You hesitate. You procrastinate. But when you batch tasks, you stay in the same flow. You start, and you keep going. It becomes faster, more efficient, and most importantly, less mentally exhausting. 11. Use weekends wisely, not exhaustively. Let's talk about weekends. For a lot of people, weekends feel like a second job. You spend the whole week working, only to spend your days off catching up on cleaning. That's not balance. That's burnout in disguise. If your system is working properly, your weekends shouldn't be overloaded. You shouldn't be doing everything at once. Instead, your weekend becomes a light checkpoint. Maybe you handle one or two bigger tasks. Maybe you reset a space. And then you stop. You rest. You recharge. You enjoy your life. Because a clean home is meant to support your life, not consume it. 12. Build habits that work automatically. At the end of everything, this is what you're really building. Habits, not motivation, not bursts of energy. Habits, because habits remove friction. They remove overthinking. They remove resistance. You don't stand there wondering, should I clean this now or later? You just do it. Automatically. Like brushing your teeth. Like locking your door. It becomes part of who you are. And that's when everything changes. Because your home stays clean, not because you forced it, but because your daily actions naturally keep it that way. And once you reach that point, cleaning stops feeling like a chore. It just becomes part of your life. Effortless, controlled, sustainable. At the end of the day, keeping a clean home while working full-time isn't about having more time. It's about using the time you already have wisely. You don't need hours. You don't need perfection. You just need simple systems that you can stick to. Start with one habit. Maybe the 1-0-minute rule. Maybe the daily reset. Build from there. Because a clean home isn't created in a day. It's built through small actions, repeated consistently. And once you get there, you'll realize something powerful. A clean home doesn't just change your space. It changes how you feel, how you think, and how you live. If you found this helpful, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more practical, realistic tips to help you live better without stress. And in the comments, tell me, what's the one area of your home you struggle to keep clean? Let's talk about it.